Hi, I'm making this video to show a simple way to remove a stuck futures fin without damaging your surfboard or prying the fin box out of the board entirely, as can happen. I looked online for some ideas on how to do it and came across some interesting ideas, including forcing compressed air through the fin screw hole, obviously after the fin screw has been taken out, and that can apparently pop the fin out. I also liked another idea of a guy who put the fin in a bench vise and then just used the leverage of the board to lever the fin out. Problem with that is if the fin is really stuck in there, I think the fin box could potentially just get ripped right out of the board. So I wanted to come up with a way to take the fin out without damaging the fin box or the board. And I realized that what you need is you need to have upward force on the front of the fin and an equal but opposite downward force on the fin box when you're doing that. And I kind of came up with this technique that just uses simple everyday stuff you probably have laying around the house. You need like either vice grips or a C-clamp. I'm using a C-clamp in this case, and a hammer with the this kind of end on it. This is going to be the lever that's just going to get the fin to pop right out. So step one is take the fin screw out. I took it entirely out and set it aside so none of it's hanging out in there. Next step is I'm going to put the clamp onto the fin, front of the fin, without damaging it and without damaging the fin. So in this case I'm going to put like an old book around the fin and then put the C-clamp on it just to get a good grip on it without damaging the fin, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, what I've done now is I've taken an old book I don't care about and put it so that it's covering the front of the fin, or covering the entire fin actually, but then I took a C-clamp and clamped the book to the fin, to the front edge of the fin. I put a couple quarters underneath the C-clamp to just kind of spread the force out a little bit more and hopefully not damage the fin. And the next step is to take in this case I'm using a cutting board, but any piece of wood or metal, and you want to position it so that it is covering the fin box but not any part of the fin. If you cover the fin, then you're going to be levering the fin. You're just going to lever the book right off the fin. So you want to position the piece of wood or whatever you're using to protect your surfboard, again covering the fin box but not any part of the fin, so about like that. Okay, then all you do is take your hammer and just lever the clamp off, and if I got it on tight enough, the clamp, that is, the fin should just pop right off. So let me give that a try. Alright, so just checking the position again. We're good. And just put the hammer like so and give it a little leverage. See it, but it's already popped up. It's probably enough. Yeah, there it is. So that popped the fin out. I don't know if the video is showing it very well, but that's it. You see a lot of salt on it, so I don't know, these things get stuck in pretty tight, but this will get it out without damaging the fin box, the fin, or your board. And hope it helps you guys out. Let me know.